everybody, this is Elissa and Sushi, who's jiggling the table from Make Arts and Crafts, and today we are here for our, I keep wanting to say small shop, our sponsor highlight. And today's sponsors that I'm going to talk about are Wax Crafts and Leopard Leatherworks. So these two sponsors are awesome to work with. Did a phenomenal job. They sponsored me last year as well. So Wax Crafts, that would be Laura over at Anxiety Art Adventures. So that you would see, she sponsored me last year for this event. And Laura makes some amazing products. So we're going to talk, normally I would pull out all of the goodies that I have from her, but I literally just got into my house a day ago. I'm filming this Thursday night. I was supposed to go up earlier today, but I'm in the middle of trying to paint my house. So I did not get it filmed any earlier in the day, but right now the house is a little bit of a mess. I don't even have my nice pretty cover for my table because that is buried in the closet in my studio, that's the only thing in my studio is the stuff that's in my closet, which is the stuff that was in the RV. I have 2 folding chairs and a table, and then my computer chair that I was using in the RV. That's the furniture that I have in here, and an air mattress. I have an air mattress. That's it. That's what I'm living off of right now. And the stuff that was in the RV. But my parents are in the RV right now because they're in the RV with their dogs, and I'm in the house with my cats. Anyways, so Wax Crafts. I was gonna bring out and show all my little wax tubes, but they are all buried somewhere in boxes, little containers of stuff. Because I had to move everything out of the RV into the house. And I only had a few of them with me anyways. So they are somewhere in my closet and I don't know where. Probably in a big bin of things that all jumbled together. So I'm not going to showcase those because I don't have them readily available. But Wax Crafts, Laura, she usually restocks once a month. She does her restock. She has, and she's all about quality. That's her biggest thing, is her quality. So if she has a subpar product, she's not going to sell it. And she only sells what she has already made. So it's not like she's going to sell a bunch of things and then make the product. She makes the product first and only lists what she has available. So primarily you're going to get wax. So this is going to be what you put in the tip of your pen. She's going to use the wax, and she also has putty as well. So that's a new product that she started with. So I'm going to kind of showcase. So it's handmade beeswax and soy products, in fantastic quality, absolutely fantastic quality. Which I love everything about it. So we're going to kind of go through a little bit about what Laura has over here. So the wax, she has both the wax, which she calls wax, and you can see here she has 2 varieties. She always carries an unscented wax for the people that don't do flavors or scents. And then she has a monthly scent. And then if you're part of her wax subscription, you get a different scent profile than what she offers in her monthly scent. So if you wanted to, so the only way to get the scent that she offers in her subscription, or her wax subscription as it's called, is through the wax subscription. So for the month of February, we have Fairy Frost wax, and Laura does amazing packaging for it, where it is the cutest packaging that you can get. And these tins are so they're a decent little size. They're about that big around, maybe $50-ish size, and they last so well. They are phenomenal. So for February, you can see we've got Fairy Frost, and you can see this is the size reference. So there's a quarter and there's the size of the tin. So I would probably put it at a $50 size. And then here is how she packaged them for February, where you have a heart shaped a little baggie because February. And then she always has a candy in there. She's always got a tea in there, her business card, and then the wax. So she does phenomenal packaging. I love it. And apparently Fairy Frost scent is a combination, her scent profile or scent description, combination of light fruits and florals, peaches, bananas, and citrus on a background of warm vanilla. So I like it. And she never does crazy, super strong florals or anything like that because she doesn't tolerate those, which is perfect because I don't tolerate those either. So that's perfect for me. So in her ingredients is always pure beeswax and a premium fragrance oil. So that's always the ingredients for this. Also in her wax, you're going to find wax melts, and it's pretty much always complementary to the scent that she does for her wax. Some months it's the exact same scent, and other months it's a slightly different scent. So for this one, we have the Fairy Frost Wax Melt. So these are her soy wax melt, and you can see it'll come like this. And I love these because I don't use candles when I have cats, and because then, you know, open flames and cats, not a good thing. But I'll use a wax melt warmer. So I'll put it in the warmer and it'll melt the wax, and that's what I use. So you can see you get the 6 different little triangle pies of wax inside the thingy, and like I love these. I think they hold their smell, they hold their scent really, really well. So it's round pie shaped, 6 cavity clamshell. You play in it. This is a soy wax melt. It's really, really good. So it has the to-dos and do-nots for using the wax melts. So these are phenomenal, and they're great for people that want to enjoy her product but can't do the beeswax component. Then you can get her wax melts because it's soy. And then we have her wee putty, and I believe her wee putty is sold out, but she tried out a new packaging way, so that way it didn't lose its shape. So this was a new way, because normally it would come in like the little like weird little plastic baggy things that most putties come in, but she tried a new different container for this one. But her wee putty is really good putty. I like it. It's a nice putty. And then she has directions and everything else for the putty. And then you have the goodies and the way it's shipped and everything else like that. So that's the wee putty. She also carries a wee chap, which I need to order some more wee chap. That's on my to-do list. I need to get the Fairy Frost tin because in the soy wax, because I want that scent, and I need to order some more wee chap because I really like her wee chap. So the wee chap is an unscented, all natural lip balm, and it's beeswax, shea butter, and coconut oil. And I love it. It is really good for anybody with any kind of like sensitive lips, sensitive anything, to have the wee wax lip balm. I absolutely love it, and I find it to be fantastic. And she has the seal over it, so you know that it's safe and good to go. It does melt in warm weather, so make sure you keep it's fine at like room temperature. I usually keep mine on my diamond painting desk, but I just finished one. I like use the entire stick of it because I go through chapstick really quickly. And I need to order some more. I got one for my mom as well, who she can't tolerate most regular chapsticks or lip balms because they usually have some kind of like mentholy, minty type something in them, and she reacts to that. So I got her some wee chap, and she loves it. The cats are chaosing, in case you wondered. Sushi is loving being able to run back and forth across the house, loving it. So she's chaos catting. Her tail is like poofy. It's like that big around right now. So that's the wee chap lip balm. And then we have the wax subscriptions. So this is a monthly subscription. You can pre-order it the 1st to the 5th day of every month, or until sold out. And your subscription will be mailed to you by the end of each month. And the subscriptions renew every month. So I get and there's 3 different ways of doing it. Right now they're all sold out, but you can get just your wax melt, just your wee wax, or you get the wax combo. And I get the wax combo. So every month I get a wee wax and I get a wax melt. So I get both of them delivered every month. And this scent profile is going to be different than the scent profile, she's playing with the toy, than the scent profile that she releases on her monthly release. So you kind of get something special by getting this. So, and it's shipped to you automatically every month. I love it. It's fantastic. Once in a while, she has a friend of hers that makes pens. It's been a while since he's been able to make any pens, but once in a while Seth will make pens, and if he does make any pens, then Laura will list the pens right here. And then Laura also has a section for any D-stash items. So if you want a kit that she's listing for D-stash, you buy it from her website just like anything else. So she'll list them right on here. So you can see here she has a few kits. She's got 7 kits available for D-stash right now. Ooh, that one's really pretty, that craftably painting. But she's got 4 kits available for these. Ooh, pardon me, the yawning. Oh. 4 kits right now available for D-stash, which is, you know, easy peasy, no problem as far as the D-stash stuff is concerned. But that is basically wee wax, and I absolutely love it. And I like huge shout out and thank you to Laura over at wee wax for sponsoring my event. She's phenomenal. I love her. to pieces, and she has the cutest cats ever. I love her cats. They are so fun. Watching Zoe and Skylar, who are her older two. They're the same age as Mochi. I think she got them like the same time that I got Mochi, so they're both 5. And those are the adorable girls. And then her little baby Sterling, who he's a little bit younger than Sushi, but oh my goodness, the shenanigans of her babies. Oh my goodness, I love them to pieces. They're adorable babies. So because she's got the 2 Siamese, and then Sterling is, what is he? Is he like a combination of a Burmese and Siamese, or Tonkinese, or whatever it's called? That's a combination of the 2. It's Siamese and something else, which I can't remember if it's called Burmese, or I think it's a Tonkinese, which is this combination of a Burmese and Siamese, but he's beautiful. But anyways, that is We Wax Crafts. So that is our first small shop that I wanted to talk about as one of our sponsors. So there we go. And then our next small shop, and the second one that I'm going to talk about today, is Leopard Leatherworks. And Leopard Leatherworks is Tim and Carrie Costello, and they also have been phenomenal because they sponsored me for the event last year as well. And they make like a super cool dragon pen, which they did last year. And then this year they actually have a pen that they're making that's like a snake pen. So it's kind of similar to the dragon pen, but has the snake inside of it. I don't have one to show you yet, but I will be giving one of them away in I'll be advertising. They'll be giving one away in tomorrow's, well, not tomorrow, Saturday's video. I'll be, that'll be one of the things that we call out for Saturday's video. But they have some really cool pens, and I'm going to walk through kind of like a little bit about what we have here, and then I'm going to show you a fraction of my Leopard Leatherworks pen hoard that I have, because I don't have all of my pens right now, so I can't show you all of my pens. Because I've bought pens from Tim and Carrie since back before they even had their website, when they were still selling pens on Facebook, back in the early days when they had just gotten started. So basically, this is Leopard Leatherworks. They also have their YouTube channel as well, and you can watch them turn your pen live when you buy a pen from them, or when you buy a blank. So when we come up here, you can see on their website, they've got different categories. Finished pens, they don't really have anything listed under the finished pens because they've been specializing more on the blank side lately. So they partnered with Enabler's Outpost and Elizabeth for the Dragon Seasons canvas, that massive dragon canvas from, was it Emma Casey? And they did a different dragon pen for each, so this one, and this one. So they did a different one for each of the seasons. They have a Season of Spangler one. They did a dragon pen for me last year, and they've got a similar one like this, but with like snakes in it, that they did in red and gold for me, where it's kind of got I think it's got I have to look back and see exactly what Carrie said as far as how the color combination goes, whether it's red snakes in a gold background, or I can't remember what color combination she said for that. But their pens are super cool, and the turn is going to look really, you've got to jiggle the desk and the camera. So you're going to have a kind of similar to this one, where you've got the blank. It looks super cool. Like the dragon one that I have looks amazing. But you can see you've got the dragon, you've got the background, you've got the scales, everything looks super cool when you see it like that. It's a whole process to get the pen because of the fact that they can't just pour the resin in there. You have to pour it in stages because of how the mold works. They've got this one right here, which is really cool. It's a 4th ring one. And then you have just regular blanks, but they've got really cool different swirls. Like the Sailor Moon one is really pretty. And then they'll have ones that are kind of themed with different paintings, like Goddess of the Forest. This one is pretty, the Encounter Japan. And then you come down and you've got this one right here, Be a Little Artsy, which is for upcoming Mrs. Butter D event. And then along here as well, you can see that they do a lot of blank turnings. So these are ones that they have available that you can buy that they've made the blanks for. But then if you order a blank, goodness, she is just like knocking my lamp all over the place, and my camera's going. So if you order a blank and have it sent to them, then you would go right here where it says blank turning service. And this where you would choose based on what type of blank you have, whether it's a square, hybrid, round, or Fordite. This is where you would choose what based on what material your pen is. So if it's going to be like, if it's one like the Dragon Seasons pens, those would be considered a hybrid because there's like, it's kind of got that cell matrix type stuff in there. Whereas like a blank like this one over here, this would be a square blank. The blanks that you see Bill Durr send over at All Things Handcrafted, his blanks are typically a round blank. They're kind of like those little tubes. So then you would click on, so say we're doing a round blank, what you would do from here, you can choose what length you want your pen to be, and they've got a variety all the way from 4 inches up to 6 inches. You can choose your length of pen. I usually go with a 5 or a 5.25, but sometimes I'm like, you know, maybe I want to try something smaller, but I'll usually do a 5 or a 5.25. And then you choose your shape of end. And if you don't know what type of end you want, then you also, then you can go to, on their YouTube page, they talk about the type of, on their YouTube channel, they have an instructional video playlist that talks about the different shapes of the ends. And I'll show you the ones that I have that are different ends. So they've got baseball bat, fat bat, rounded, and pointy baseball bat. My favorite is the rounded pointy, so I usually go with the rounded pointy. And then you do your finger hole diameter, and they also have a video that talks about how to measure your finger hole diameter. I already kind of know what my preference typically has been. I've usually gone with like the 0.50 has been like the most common one that I've been doing with them, like the really thin ones. But lately I've got a lot of the thin pens, and I'm like, you know, sometimes I like a little bit of a fatter pen. So I'm like, lately I'm like, maybe I want to go a little bit fatter towards closer to the medium side, maybe like a 0.54. So, because I've got a lot of really thin ones, but sometimes you want something with a little bit more grip. And then if you want the Diamond Art Club screw-in threaded ends, you can choose whether you want those added in or not. So you can do one end or two end, and you would say, do you want those? Yes. If you don't, no. And then if you have something specific that you want with your type of turning style, something to that effect, you can type it in right there. Usually though, as your pen comes close to being turned, Carrie is going to message you on like Messenger and reach out to you to kind of go over the details of how you want your pen turned. But if you know exactly how you want it turned, something to that effect, then you can put those details in right there. And then from there, you're going to add it to your cart and purchase your pen that way. But that's kind of the process that you go through with Leopard Leatherworks for ordering a, like paying for the blank. So this would be something where you would, or for the turning fee. So you would have already bought the blank from somewhere else and had it shipped to Leopard Leatherworks. This is also, you'll see that, like say you're on, we'll go with this one because this one's a really cool one. You can see these are the Sailor's Moon Crisis 6-inch. This is a 6-inch blank. So you can see here, these are more of those baseball bat ends. But you can see here, you can choose, these are the baseball bat ends. And you can say, okay, here you can say what length. So if I was going to get like this blank for myself, I would say I want a 5-inch blank. And you can decide, okay, well, how much of this do you want cut off? Because that's a 6-inch, so you're going to take an inch off of this, and usually it's going to be like equidistant on each side. And then you say what kind of tip. I like the rounded pointy, and then what finger hole diameter, which is going to be this grippy part right here, that part right there. So, and this would be where I would put the 0.54. I don't want those, so I'm going to leave it at please choose. And if you want a specific style, you can put something in there that you want, or you can leave it blank, and that's something that you can message with Carrie about after the fact. And like I said, the instructional videos to assist with any of those details is on their YouTube channel, so you can find that information out there. And then you'd add it to the cart. So if you're ordering a blank from them, you do the same process. If you're ordering a blank turning service where you've sent the blank to them, it's the same thing right in here. And then also right down here, what's kind of cool is they also do ink pens and ink pen and pencils. So you can have so Tim turns more than just diamond painting pens. He does a little bit more than that. They also have like this really cool, like they do these cool like craft tool tray type things, which remind me of like those serving trays, but they're really cool. I like the look of them, and every one is going to look totally different, but they're really pretty. So you can choose your handle color, whether you want chrome or brass, and you can choose whether you want resin or drills for your top, and then you can choose up to 4 colors to be mixed in here. And that's something that you can put in, but that is beautiful for those trays. And then they have these trinket drill tray holders. And then as you come down, you've got accessories that you can get as well. So these are going to be like the wood boxes. You've got a little bit of a cover minder right there. You've got the pen holder. You've got this keeper box. This is a trinket tray holder. You've got a drink can opener. And then we have a destash. This is where if Carrie is destashing any paintings, she'll post them she a lot of times will just post them right here on their website, kind of how Laura did. Carrie will do that. And then also if there's pre-orders. So like a lot of the pens and everything that they do is pre-order based. So you can put that right in here, or they'll put that right in here for purchasing. And if you ordered something and they were going to be making it special for you, then it can go under the reserved side. They also have a section for jewelry. So this is something that they do a little bit, that you'll see that there's a little bit more than just the regular diamond painting stuff in here. There's jewelry as well. So like the chainmail stuff, because it's not just the... you'll see a little bit more than just the plain diamond painting stuff. So you've also got some chainmail jewelry in here too, which is kind of cool to see a little bit more than just the one. Like some of these are really cool. Like these are really pretty. I like these. Aren't those cool? Like those earrings, the kind of chainmail style earrings of those. So you'll see that with all of the different jewelry. They've got bracelets, earrings, necklaces. And then over here in this category, you'll see Ken and John woodworking. So this would be different woodworks that you can see, ornaments from different ones. So those are the different ornaments, probably all the different states that you'll see in there for that. And then also like from this tab is just kind of like a catalog of all of the products that are on their website that you can get from that final tab. But the bulk of what you're going to find that will end up going through typically is right here underneath the diamond painting goodies. That's what you'll see. And usually when I'm buying something, most of the time it's because I've had blanks sent to them for turning. So I end up going through the blank turning service, and then I have to say, okay, is this a square blank or is it a round blank? Is there any hybrid materials in there? Blah, 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 that type of thing. And if you're not sure, you can wait until your blank arrives, and then you can ask Tim and Carrie themselves what type of blank you have. But that's kind of the gist of that for their information. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on my overhead light and grab my pen cases and show you guys the pens that I have. We're going to rifle through my my 2 pen cases that I have with me and see what Leopard Leatherworks pens I actually have, and kind of go from there. Right. I don't even know off the top of my head which ones are in here because it's been a little bit since I've looked through here. All right. Actually, like I open it up and like right off the bat, first thing, I think I am actually finding a couple pens from Leopard Leatherworks right off the bat. So let me open this up and pull it out and see. So this right here is a Leopard Leatherworks pen. I'm gonna bring it up so you guys can actually see how pretty that pen is. So this right here is a Leopard Leatherworks pen. So I went with just a rounded end on this one. And then I went with like the simple little Cheerios. These are what they call the Cheerios. I really liked this blank, and I loved how like the simplicity and the gold flecks in here. And I went with a little bit of a fatter one on that one there, but definitely went with more of the rounded end on that one. And then similar to that one, let me come through, and I have to angle the case because it's so full. Sorry, I'm jiggling everything. And then this is one that's kind of like, these are like vases, but this is a kind of a really cool one as well. So these two are a little bit on that thicker side, more closer to that 0.54 diameter. And this is another one that's, I think it's still a little bit more of that rounded, maybe a little bit of the rounded pointy. I'd have to double check on this, but they might be the rounded pointy. I think they're the rounded pointy for it. I can't go too close like this, but look at the color on these. I love these two. They're very colorful. I don't have my well, my favorite pen is in one of my bins over there. Like it's a Fire and Ice blank. So I call that pen my Fire and Ice pen. And it is like my all-time, one of my top 5 pens of all time. I absolutely love it. Let me find my next one. All right. And here is another one. I absolutely love this blank. I loved this blank so much that I bought it. I have 2 of this blank because I just couldn't resist it. I loved the color of the blank so much. So this one, I just went with like a simple basic one. And you can see I typically get this end. So these ones are a little bit fatter because sometimes I go with a thinner end and sometimes a fatter end. And I like having a broad area for my fingers to rest on. Just because of how I hold, I like it. And lately, instead of holding down here like this, I've actually been holding more like this. So I would hold more up into this area instead of just down into here. I used to just hold here at the tip, and now I'm holding more of like a broad grip. So I would hold more instead of just down into here. But I love this blank right there. So this is a Leopard Leatherworks pen. And then let me flip over to the next area. I took some pens out because I was like, I needed to kind of go through and get rid of some stuff. So that's why you see some blanks in there. Actually, no, because I took a couple out, and then this is where I'm at. So these 2 are because I took a couple out, and then here is because I am in the process of, I'm using the 2 pens that fit right here. And then these are actually Leopard Leatherworks pens. So these ones are ones that I went with that are on that skinnier side. So you can see they're definitely skinnier right through here. So these are more of the 0.50, 0.49, 0.50. So they're skinnier right there. So these are ones that I'll hold this right here like this. So like I said, I've been going with more of that like higher up grip instead of the tip top down here. But this is the pointed roundy because that's what I go with, is the pointed roundy. So you can see the end more right down there. In this one, I love that, like the light colors on this, very pretty. And that's the vases again. I kind of know, like I kind of get like a style that I like with those. This one is one of those hybrid ones because it's got the stuff on the inside. And I love the mermaid blank of this and all of the pastels. This is a cocoon blank, but I love it. It's so beautiful. So there's that one there. And some of these, you have no idea how it's going to look until it's turned. This one's kind of cool because it's a double Cheerio, and that one I had no clue how the blank was going to look until it was done. So this is super cool. So I love it. It is super cool. And some of them I just tell Tim, I turn it however you want. Some of them I'll draw him like a little diagram of what I want for specific blanks, and others I just say do whatever you want. This one's kind of like not the typical colors I go for with the reds and everything, but yeah, this one's kind of cool. Like where it's got the vase to the Cheerio. Very cool with that one there. And then we come down into, I love the colors of this one right here. The greens on this one. Boop. So this one's the thinnest of all of those, where you've got the vases and then you've got the marble in the middle. I love the green. So this one's a little bit thinner than all of those. And again, this is one that I would hold up in here like this. That's how I would hold this one here. That way. It's like it's doing weird things to my eyes because of the pattern in here. But I love it. The green and the black and the white. So cool. All right, so now we're going to go on. So these are pens I haven't used yet. If they have a multi-placer on them, I've used them. If they don't have a multi-placer, I have not used them yet. Then now, what else do I have? We have to go into the ends as we come along. I've been trying to cut back on pens. So a lot of these were ones that I ordered in like a specific time frame. And then I haven't placed as many orders lately. I've cut back on a lot of orders. I'm trying to think where, I think I had another order. I'm trying to remember. I think that's it for these ones. And yes, that's it for this container. For the custom pens in this container. Whoop. So now me see. I don't know if I have any. Like the majority of my Leopard Leatherworks pens are in my other pen containers, but those pen containers are in my household goods, which will be delivered in a few more days. So I don't have them right now to show you guys. I don't know that I have any in here. Let me look and see. Actually, I should have some in here. Yes. There, I do. I was like, I knew I had some more. All right, here are the other ones. So here we go. These are a couple like really funky, cool ones. So here we've got this one here, which I love this, like this right here, where you get the Cheerios to this elongated little area there. And this is so funky blank with like almost the see-throughness of it. So there's that one there. And then we've got these two here. Like I like this one, like the bow tie, and look at this. This is a really cool turn. So this is one that I just told Tim to do whatever he wanted turning on this one. So this is a really good pointy, rounded pointy end right here. So a couple of them were more of like the rounded end. The rounded pointy has evolved a little bit more. Tim's gotten a little bit more pronounced on the pointiness of this, which I really like that because I like having a little bit more grip for my finger, because then I can easily hold it like that, or I can come up and hold it like this. But I like that elongated pointy. So there's that. But I love this blank. This pen is stunning. I think this is one of my, I can't wait to use it. I haven't used it yet, but I'm like, it is stunning and beautiful, and I love the color of it as well. And then the last one is this one right here, which I did the same turn as the other one, but you can see how you can have two pens with the exact same turn and they can look totally different. But I loved the blue, bronze, and white of this one right here. I thought that was gorgeous. And it's a little bit fatter right through there, and then a little bit skinnier right there. So beautiful, beautiful. I love it. So pretty. The colors are just so, I love the colors of these pens. And those, I think those are the last ones. Yeah, because that's basically the last of my pens that I have in there. So that is my pens from Leopard Leatherworks that I have for you guys. They have some really cool pens. Like I said, the bulk of my Leopard Leatherworks pens are actually in my household goods, which I do not have right now because that is getting delivered in just a couple more days, and then I'll have them, but not in time to be able to showcase with this video. And you'll be getting your one lucky prize winner is going to be getting my their very own Leopard Leatherworks pen as one of the first, sorry, as I'm smacking into things, one of the first stage of grand prize winners. So I'll be talking about those in my whip and chat tomorrow. So yes, I've got that that I'll be going over. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this little bit of a small shop sponsor highlight to kind of go over and talk a little bit about our sponsors. And I love working with small shops. I love supporting the small shops. I love buying things. I love buying stuff. Let's get real. I love buying stuff. I've also been trying to be good lately. So you'll see that I have not been purchasing nearly as much as I normally do because I've been trying to cut back and not buy as much as I normally would. So I have been doing pretty good about it. So I have not been buying nearly as much as I normally do. So I'm pleased about that progress, and I just need to continue making that progress. But anyways, that is my small shop sponsor highlight for you guys for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.